Hello everyone, welcome back to freaking BLG Gamings, and tonight I'm making a video on something I've been trying to create for a long time. Finally got all informations together, and this video is definitely going to help everyone on this channel. Everyone, what am I talking about over here? Let's go and let me run you through all these things. Let's go. Boom. So I prepared some slideshows for everyone. So before we begin, I would say welcome to freaking BLG Non-Queerness Gaming. Yeah, you never seen my channel being this beautiful like this before, right? I think I deserve a subscription. Come on, let's go. That was just by the way. Okay, so what are we learning today? What are we doing today? Now, I've been hearing BLG make a video on defense, make a video on defense, make a video on defense, okay? But I was thinking of this. I was thinking of a way to make everyone create his own defensive style. Why? Because defense is an art. And that is what we're learning today. Defense is an art, hashtag Evony. Brought to you by freaking BLG on Queerness Gaming and this freaking BLG speaking. Defense is an art. What do I mean by defense is an art? What do I mean by that? It is simple as ABC. Now, let's go. The act of defending, okay, it doesn't depend on you copying someone or you looking at what someone is doing to do your own defense. You copying someone doesn't make you special or your defense special, no. But you learning from the person and adding extra informations or making yours extraordinary, okay, is what we call a defense as an art. So you gather informations right from YouTube, from good players, from big players, from alliance members, from everywhere, and then you just bring them straight to your keep. No, that's not how we do it. It is an art. Make it feel real. Make it feel like you are building it. Make it feel like you are using your hand to build it. So make it extraordinary. Gather informations. Now sit down. Look at yourself. What can you do best? What are you good at? How many troops do you have? What are you good at when it comes to Evony? What type of tools do you really prefer building? Sit down, look at your basic attributes, look at your basic skills. Are you that fast when it comes to PvP? Are you that smart? Are you that strong? Do you have more troops? Do you have the resources to build more troops? Do you have the resources to upgrade your keep? Sit down, look at your keep, look at your keep size, your keep buffs, your keep debuffs. Sit down and then connect it or link it to your the informations you have, and then think of a way to create your own defense in your own style that no one can break it. So when you're building a defense, be like, this defense I'm building, no one is going to break it. So you build it according to how you understand and your skills and what you possess. That is what we call defense is an art. So not following the rules like everyone is going for T1s, hey, I'm going for T1s. No, you sit down and you do what you can do the best. So let's not waste much time. Let me take you through normal defense. Okay. So at the last part, I'll be teaching you how to build your defense on your own. Okay. Now let's go. First thing you have to look. Oh, they say welcome back to freaking BLG Gamings. They welcome you again. I think they said subscribe. Subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, guys, and the like button as well. Let's go. General selection. So the first thing you have to consider when it comes to building a keep is the general selection. Okay, what type of generals are we looking for? Defense general. Now let's read. It says general selection is based on the type of defense you are building. One, what type of defense are you building? Is it a ground defense? Is it a mounted flat defense T1s? Is it a siege range defense? Or is it an all-round defense? That is your choice. That is your choice. So what type of defense are you building? Let's look at the type of generals we have. Okay, let's go to the game quickly right here. So let's go to soul binding. That is where I can find um all my generals arranged perfectly. Okay, oh, before I forget, I have a video on soul binding. So in case you don't understand soul binding, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can watch my videos and then look at the soul binding. It is great. That video is very great. So hit on the soul binding. Let's go. Boom. Select, and then this is the general defense section. So let's go here. So let's look at the type of general I have over here, or we have this Leo the third. Okay, he's a siege range defense general, mainly siege. Let's look at Zachary Taylor. He's a range, mainly range general and siege general as well. Okay, let's look at William Marshall. He's a siege range and ground as well. Okay, siege range grounds general. Let's look at this also. This looks like mounted and siege general. Okay, we have Sappho also over here. That is like more of development. We have Tran also siege and a bit of range. Okay, but not that worth it. We have Richard the Lionheart. Yes, before I forget, this guy, if you look at this guy basic attributes, it says increases hospital capacity by 30% when a general is a main city defense general, right? So I saw this general and never thought this general was a PvP general until one guy in my alliance called VTC, one good player, one very good player. Okay, he used this general and I was like, wow, I was missing a lot. So defense is really an art. You sit down and you think of what you can get. So he said, BLJ, this is what I can get from the traveling. It is easy for me to get this at the traveling. And when you look at the stats, when you look at the basic stats, it's gonna piss you off. But if you look at the 5 stars or the ascension part, you realize this is good stuff. Now let's read something over here. It says when a general is a main city, you are getting 20% in city troop HP. When a general is the main city troop, main city general defense again, you are getting 15% defense on all troop types. Remember, it's all troops. And the third one says 5% attack and 20% HP on all troop again. The fourth one says 10% attack and 20% defense on all troop again. And this is 10% attack and 15% HP and defense on all troop. This is super great, but you are never going to respect this general until you finally see what he can do. So this is the general he is using, and this is helping him very much, very much. If I knew earlier, I would have maybe been convinced to switch to this. Okay, but you select according to how you want to build your keep. So that is what he chose, and he's using this. We have Zachary Taylor, we have Leonidas. Now let's look at Leonidas. He's good for what? Grounds. So you can use this for your ground defense. George Dewey, good for siege, but mostly grounds and mounted. Okay, you can also use that for T1s or whatever you want. This Queen Bonica mostly curve. So you can use this general for your curve flats. That is your T1 trap. Okay, and all these generals are good, but how should you select? Select according to what you need to build. So are you building a siege range defense, a range defense, a pure ground defense, or a pure curve T1 defense? It depends on you. Choose wisely. Now let's go back to the PowerPoint and let's continue with our tutorials. Okay, now the next part is the gear arrangement. Gear arrangement. What are we talking about here? The gear arrangement is based on 1. Low corners, 2. Heavy corners, and 3. Non-corners. What do I mean by this? Are you confused? No, don't get confused. Low quickness, as in, now if you're a low quenner, okay, low quickness normally they normally quen up to kick level 4, and you always get the civilization gears. Okay, that is the conquest. They don't get a supremacy, they get a conquest. And let's go into the game so you can understand what I'm talking about over here. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so we're in the game now. Let's go here. Now this is what I'm talking about over here. This gears is called a conquest. Okay, it is easier to get this if you're a low quenner, because at kick level 4 you always get this type of gear. So when you go to your kick over here, when you go to your kick over here, King's Party right here, at level 4 you will get this conquest I'm talking about. Okay, and the best set for defense, okay, when it comes to low quenness, the best, or when it comes to quenning, the best set of defense is this, the choreo set. The choreo set. Okay, so if you have this conquest, you can get the choreo helmet, get a choreo braces, and get a choreo boots. Okay, and this comes with some great buffs. Some great buffs. Now, if you're a high quenner, that is, you can be able to get all these things over here. Now let's look at the other sets over here. This is the upper set of the choreo. You can get the choreo armor, you can get the choreo bone and horn. Okay, you can get the choreo leg armor over here as well. Over here as well. So these are the sets, or the best sets used for defense. So a low quenner is just going to have those three, and then a high quenner is going to have the full set on. And the full set attribute is really good, giving us instant ground troop and mounted defense 30% and HP 30%. Range troop and siege machine 20%. Okay, instant troop defense 25%. That is the set attribute. And when you look at the choreo horn right here, it gives super good buffs. Range troop and siege machine attack 35%, instinct troop 40%, like good buffs, really good buffs. Okay, so this will be the best set for a good quenner or a high quenner. And then for a low quenner, it's gonna have just this, that, and that. And the next option will be using accumulated gear for here, here, and here, and that sends us to the non-quenners. So for a non-quenner, you don't have to worry, because you don't have to spend to get this. You just have to craft them at cape 33, okay, or your forge 33. You have to craft this accumulated axe, okay. You have to craft this, the courageous accumulated armor. So make sure you are listing them. If you're a non-quenner, make sure you are writing them down. The courageous accumulated boots, okay, and you can get the courageous accumulated helmets right here. You can get the fearless accumulated leg armor as well, with the courageous accumulated ring. With this, you are good to go. You are good to refine your gears. Okay, so this is a gear selection for both queners, non-queners, and low queners. And don't forget to always cultivate your generals. So look at my general right here, my general right here, right here, fully cultivated, right? Cultivated perfectly up to even increase the politics. And then over here, enhancement, I'm trying to get it to at least 4 stars or 5 stars. Okay, so that is it for the gear selection. Now let's go back. So we now know how to select our gears, right? Let's go. Boom, refines. So refines are going to be based on a type of defense, and this take us straight to types of defense. Types of defense. So what do you think we have? What type of defense do you think we have? Let's say we are quizzing you at the school. Hey, come on, let's go. Types of defense. One, we have the T1 defending. That is a mounted flat, or the pure mounted flat. I'm scared of that defense because my buffs is not 4k that I can break it. Whenever I hit it as flat, unless it's a weak T1. So that is one good defense. Two, the normal defending. And three, the mixed defending. I love the mixed defending because that's what I use. And I call it defending in your own way. Defending your own ability, defending in your own capacity. Now, let's move straight to the T1 defending and we'll go to the game, okay, and see how it works. Boom, let's go. T1 defending. This is focused mainly on refines. It is focused mainly on what? Refines. Two, it is focused mainly on troop layering. Let's talk about the troop layering and we talk about the refines in the game. So the troop layering, this is what or the newly updated list. You need 1 billion T1 caps. Why? Because now we have key 44s and 45s who have serious buffs. 4k buffs, no joke. No joke. If a key 45 ever hit you before, you understand what I'm saying. It is no joke. It is no joke. So the only way you can stop if you're a T1 trap is you need 1 billion T1 trap, you need 200 million T1 grounds, you need 300 million T2 calves and 100 million T3 calves. Aside this, you need debuffs. So I have a video on debuffs, a special video on debuffs. Okay, make sure you check it out. I have a special video on debuffs. There's one trick we use in debuffs that most people don't know, and that trick works very well. I'm going to show you a report when I get into the game. Okay, don't worry, I'm going to show you a report very soon. So that is it for the two player arena. Now for the refines, it is four types of refines. Okay, we have the cap HP flat, we have the cap defense flat, the cap attack flat, and the dragon refines flat. Let's get into the game and then we get to see what we are talking about here. Let's go. So right here we into the game now again. Let's go. So let's pick up a general, okay, and then let me show you how it works over here. So let's pick up my general right here. Okay, so if you're a T1 trap, what do you need to do? What do you need to do? If you're a T1 trap, what refines are you supposed to use? I said carve flat HP, right? So when we come to refining, okay, this side is for attack, this side is for attack as well, this side and this side for defense. So let me use a defense sign for that. This side and this side for defense, and this side and this side for HP. So you need all flat all round. What do I mean by that? All flat curves throughout. So when it comes to the HP part, you need all flat, just like you can see on my general. All flat. All flat means number refining, not percentage. So this is a percentage refining. Watch. This is percentage refining. Now this is a number refining. Mounted troop HP flat. So all HPs have to be mounted troop HP flat. Do you get it? When it comes to defending part as well, everything is supposed to be mounted troop defense flat. That is numbers. Okay, it should be gold or orange. Okay, when it comes to the attacking part too, it's supposed to be mounted troop flat attack. Okay, so right here, so everything is supposed to be flat throughout. That is for the best T1 refines. And then when you come here to your dragons, okay, your dragons as well, you need mounted troop HP flat on all. Just use mounted troop HP flat, because the higher the HP, the better they last long. So mounted troop HP flat throughout, and that is going to sustain you for a long time if you are a T1 trapper. So this is the T1 trap refines. Hope you all get this, right? Now let's go back into the game and let's continue because I want us to get to the most interesting part. The most interesting part. Let's go. So we're done with T1 defending, right? And I said I have a video on debuffs, a special video on debuffs. Make sure you check it out. So hit the subscription button now. Let's go. Boom. Normal defending. Now what is normal defending? Why do I call this normal defending? Normal defending means you have no T1 traps or you have no T1 troops. So you are dependent on your buffs and debuffs to save you. You're dependent on your buffs and debuffs to save you. So how do you get stronger when it comes to the normal defending? For normal defending, you need this: 1. Your layers, 2. Your refines, 3. Your duty generals, 4. Your senate, 5. Your research, 6. You need what do we call it? Your Helen is called champions. Sorry, your champions. You need your champions as well. Okay, so you need all these buffs to accumulate to get you good or really good buffs. You need good gears, good refines to get these buffs very high, and good debuffs as well, which you have to subscribe to my channel to get debuffs. Now let's talk about the layers. The layers also have a special video on layers. Okay, it talks about layers. So at least you need 3 million each, and that is okay. But we have special way of layering your troops to get you stronger. It doesn't cost much. You can just save the resources and use it for that, and it's very effective. It works. Okay, so make sure you subscribe to this channel because there are a lot of things on this channel that you have to watch: the layers, the debuffs. Now the refines. I say refine according to the list of preferences. Okay, so what do you want to build a defense on? It's a normal defense, so you're focusing on mostly siege, range, and some grounds. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to refine in that order or in that manner to get what good buffs. Some normal defense can also be a ground defense. So let's talk about ground defense and then the siege range defense. Let's go. Ground defense. So for ground defense, it's simple. Now you realize there are some people who just keep on porting in your server whenever it's SVS, and then you only see Leonidas or Isaac Brook on their wall. And when you hit it, boom, you die, right? Those are ground defense. They increase their ground very heavily, and then the rest lacks. So ground attack, this is how they refine it. Ground attack or everything on ground attack. For ground defense, everything on ground defense. And for ground HP, everything on ground HP. So everything in their on their refining becomes ground. Okay, and it increases their buffs super higher. So that way, if you hit them, you're gonna end up dying. And they also depend on the buffs as well. Okay, now let's go. The siege range defense, that's the second one. Now for the siege range defense, okay, it is prioritized on both siege and then the range, but siege mostly. So what do we do? As I taught you earlier that the attacking part, it is we have 2 for attacking, 2 for defense, and 2 for HP. Now for the attacking part, that's what you do. You select 6 of the siege. That means you will find 6 to get siege attack. Okay, 6 slots for the siege attack, and then 2 slots for the range attack. And then the second one, that is the defending part, you choose 6 ground defense and 2 siege defense. Okay, now for the third part, you choose 6. Sorry, it's not range. It might be a typing mistake I did. Okay, so 6 siege HP, not range HP. 6 siege HP and then 2 cav HP or ground HP. You can share it, 1 cav HP, 1 ground HP. Or you can just do 8 siege HP. It is allowed. It is your keep. However you want it, you build it that way. Okay, and for the dragon refines, you can make it all siege attack or all siege HP. Okay, or all range attack, depending on the buffs you are lacking, because it's a siege range. So if your siege is more higher and your range is lower, it's going to affect you. So it can be You can make it a range, full range attack, or what, or full siege attack, any way you want it. Okay, so that's how the siege range attack, the siege range defense also works. Okay, it is simple as that. It is simple as that. Okay, now let's continue. With all this that I've taught, okay, we are moving to the next part, and that is the most interesting part. I want you guys to stay focused. Take your pen and paper and start writing something, because this is where most informations are at. Let's go. Boom. Mixed defending. I call this the ultra defense, or defending in your own way. Okay, so let's get into the game and I will explain this with a proof. Let's go. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. Okay, let's go into the game. Okay, so we are into the game now, right? So I call this defending in your own way. What are the things you're supposed to look at when it comes to the mixed or defending in your own way? Now, the first thing to do is come to your rally spot. Oh, before I forget, you can see something right here, right? It's called a military tactics. I have a full video on this thing, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and you check it out. It was posted just yesterday. It's a new video and it covers everything. A short video, just 8 minutes of your time to know everything about the military tactics. Okay, make sure you subscribe to the channel to watch this. Let's continue. Now, what you're supposed to look out for is this: your troop details. I tap on it right here. Your troop details. Now look at your total troops. My total troops is 668,101,597, right? That is my total number of troops I have in my keep. Some wounded are at the hospital though. Okay, so I look at this. I look at this first before anything else. Then I come to the troops. I look at my upper layers. I have like 2.5 grounds, 14s. I have 2.5 archers, 14s. I have 3 million calves, 14s. I have 2.3 siege, 14s. And I have what? 2.5 grounds, 13s. 2.7 archers. Um, yep, 2.7 archers. I think I have more troops in the hospital because of an event I was playing. Okay, so look, this is the upper layers I have, and you can see the upper layers are not much as compared to my total troops, because that is just like 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.8, 2.5. So how come am I getting this large number of troops? It's because of this. Now I look down into my keep and I realize I have more of the lower troops. So I have 415 T1 calves. I have what? 61 million T1 grounds. And I have 27 million T2 calves. What this means is that about 80% or 70% of my troop or my total troops are lower levels. Except from that, I have 3 million troop each, with the exception of calves. Okay, at my lower level, that is from T12s down to T1s. I have 3 million each at least, with the exception of calves. So that means that most of my troops, or 90% of my troops, are from the lower level, and then 10% or 15% are from what? The higher level. So what do I do? Do I have to just focus on my higher level troops because they give more points, or do I just focus on my lower level troops and leave the upper level troops? No, no way. I have to focus on both of them. I have to focus on both of them. So what do I do? How do I focus on the two of them? It is simple. It is simple. Let's go. Now that I know that this is the number of troops I have and I know the ratio of the lower troops to the higher troop, okay, I have to build my keep such a way that I don't lose both on the higher troops and the lower troops, because I have to defend everything I have. Okay, I have to defend with everything I have. So I will have to start strategizing how I build my keep. So even with the general selection, it became a problem. So I came here, right here. Okay, I came here. Let's go to this part. I came here and then I look at my generals. So I saw Leo with siege. I saw Zakritila with range. I saw this with ground range and siege. And I saw this. I saw all these generals, and I saw Queen Boudica. So a lot of people are going for Queen Boudica. That is good, okay, but it is mostly or more focused on mounted. So I was like, why should I choose it? If I have more calves, why don't I choose Queen Boudica? Because Queen Boudica is gonna help my calves. Okay, you're gonna help my calves. But I paused and said, wait. I also have higher level troops. If I should use Queen Boudica, I'm going to focus more on mounted. And remember, mounted die first. And most of my mounted I have are T1s. So why don't I stop using Queen Boudica and rather make my refines T1s refining? Okay, and then focus on something else. So I stopped and I came. I have grounds, I have range, and I have siege too. So why don't I focus on an all-round general? So this could have been the best for me, but I do not like the basic skill, so I didn't choose it. Okay, and I came here and I saw this. I saw William Marshall. So this is me. This is who I chose. I saw instant ground troop and mounted HP 20%, and I saw instant range and siege machine 30%, 20%. Okay, so this is like a balance for all troop type. So why don't I choose this as well? I chose this. And the second one says instant mounted troop and ground troop HP 20%. Okay, the second one doesn't give that much. And the third one gives instant siege machine attack and range troop attack 10% and defense 20%. I need that, so I chose that. The fourth one says instant machine attack and range attack 10% and defense 30%. That is really good. The last one says instant mounted troop and ground troop HP 15%, instant range troop and siege machine attack 20%. Okay, so I need all these things for my siege, my range, my grounds, and this is also giving me some extra buffs of calves. So why don't I select it? First, I selected it. Now let's go. I check the specialty as well. This is giving me siege 10% and siege defense 10%. It's giving me instant troop attack 6% here. That is for all troop type, right? Right here is giving me 10% range for both HP and then what attack. Also giving me defense. And the last one is giving me mounted troop attack 40% and siege and range troop 20%. So it's giving me attack, it's giving me attack on mounted, attack on siege, attack on range. So I said this is very good for what I want to build. So why don't I choose this? And I chose this. Now choosing an assistant became a problem because I wanted to use Leo for the siege. He has good siege and range what buffs. Okay, so if when you even look at this, it has instant troop attack 10%, instant siege machine attack 35%. Okay, and when you look at him, he gives more of the siege buffs and a few of range buffs. So I was like, why don't I choose this guy? But I didn't have enough ruin stones to max it out, so I stopped. And at that time I didn't have him as well. So I saw Zachary Taylor right here, okay, which most people do not like, I know, but I saw him right here and I was like, okay, if this is going to increase my range to by 50%, why don't I select it? Or should I go for the siege general? Okay, I'm confused here. What should I do? What should I do? Then I went ahead with the specialty. Check the specialty. it give me another 10% range, troop, HP, and attack 10%. Okay, and the next one is giving me siege and range, troop 10%. So quickly I said, okay, that's also giving me some balance of siege right here. The third one is giving me all troop type, that is also giving me a balance. The last one is giving me instant range, troop, and siege machine attack 25%. So I realized this is also giving me some siege and some range. So why don't I choose this? And I chose this. So this is increasing my siege and range the most. Okay, so with this I'm good to go. I chose this as my main and that as my assistant. What else did I do? Now, having this as my main and having that as my assistant, okay, I now went on or proceeded to enhance the general. I cultivated, and then I did the specialty, and I did the enhancements, giving it some stars and all those stuffs. Okay, so after giving it all those stars, what did I do next? Let's go. Let's go to the journal itself right here. Now I moved to the refining. Straight to the refining. So I placed my gears on. I was lucky to have this type of gears on my keep. So I have the choreo horn bow. Okay, I have this as well, and I have this. So when this account was given to me, it wasn't that great. Okay, but now it looks better. So I have this, I have that, and I have this. Okay, and I have this as well. I have 5 sets of the choreo set, and I just lack one to get a full set, and I'm trying to get it as soon as possible so I can activate all the buffs on it. Okay, but however, I saw this one with a ground troop and mounted troop attack 20%, and also mounted troop attack 35%, and ground troop defense 45%. That is great, so I chose it in addition to it. Okay, so this was my gear selection. Now it doesn't matter whether my gear selection is good or shall I say super good. No, it doesn't matter. If you have good gears and you don't know how to play, you don't know how to play. Okay, so with these gears on, let's talk about the refines. Someone is gonna have a normal community gear, just 3 of these gears, and whatever you have, it's cool. Now let's talk about the refines. Okay, the refines will help us over here. Let's go. So with the refines over here, with attacking portion, this is what I did. I preferred siege to everyone else because already I had an assistant who is boosting my range. So what do I have to do? Increase my siege the most. So I increase my siege attack right here by refining to get more siege, and I balance it over here by doing the advanced refine to get 18%, and I'm still continuing to rise it up. Okay, now that is for the first attack. The second attack, I did just one mounted flat and I did the rest siege attack again. Okay, siege attack again. So I chose 7 siege out of 8 and just one mounted flat. That is my keep. So I build it the way I want, the way I know it's going to help my troops and sustain my troops. I have mounted, so at least one mounted flat should help me there. Now to my defense portion, I chose to go for ground the most. Why? Because I need to increase my ground defense and ground HP as well. Okay, to make my grounds also survive, because I have all types of troop in my keep. All type of troops. So I increase everything over here, ground, and just one mounted flat. And on the next one, I did 2 mounted flats, 2 ground percentage, making it a balance over there. So 3 over 4, 3 over 8 of what? Of mounted flats, and 5% of what? Of the ground. Now to the HP portion, I made the first one everything mounted troop flat because of my T1s, protecting my T1s the most because it has about 80% of my troop. And in the second portion, I did the same thing but just gave one siege HP. I have to change the top one very soon. So I just chose one siege HP. Okay, I need siege HP for my siege to also survive. So I went for one of them, and then I did the mounted flat as well to sustain my T1s. So this is my keep. I looked at my troop details. I look at what I'm good at. I look at what I have to do what I did. Okay, now let's look at the. Okay, so we've already looked at this and look at that. So how do I balance all these things? Since you are choosing one troop over the other, how do you balance it? Now, thanks to Evony, we have this advanced refining. So I am trying my best to get everything to what? To gold so I can make the advanced refining. And look, I've done HP 14% for years. So that means all troop types 14%. Okay, all troop type 14% over here, so I'm not lacking that much. Over here too, all troop type 18% attack here, I'm not lacking that much. Over here I have not gotten it because of the last one, so I'll be changing it soon to get it. Over here as well, the same thing here. Okay, just one left, just one left, just one or two left. Let me see, just two left to get that. Okay, and over here I have 14% here. So I just have to make sure I balance everything over here with advanced refining. That is my keep. So I built it the way I understand it. Now let's go to the dragon. Right here, the dragon refines. What do you think I chose? Do you think I chose siege? Do you think I chose range? Do you think I chose ground? Oh no. I still chose mounted flat because I have more of the T1s or the lower troops. So why don't I protect them more? And you know, mounted troops or the T1s also are very good when it comes to defense. So I made all here T1s, HP flat, protecting my T1s. So my T1s are protected the most, and I'm increasing my buffs, making sure everything is balanced. Now, this is just for refining. Now, how do I keep everything balanced? Now, the refinings are going in the favor of the lower troops, and the higher troops are just giving, it's only siege that is going high. So how do I balance the rest? My stand general has balanced the range, so I'm good with my range and my siege. But how do I balance the ground? I balance the ground over here with some ground defense here. Okay, but how do I balance the rest? That is what we have to use here. So the duty generals. So right here, okay, right here, the duty generals. Very soon I'll be getting all these generals maxed out. I just need some few bloods and I'm going to get all these generals maxed out. Okay, when I max them out, I'm going to make a video on the duty generals. So I chose this duty general and it increased my ground defense and HP. Mine ground defense and HP. So I balanced mine grounds defense and HP by this. Okay, and also after the duty generals, I also did this. Let's go here, right here. So my Helen is maxed out to 20, which is giving me some good buffs here. Okay, some enemy troop attack here, some in-city troop defense and HP 40% max out. So it's increasing my what? My in-city troop defense and HP. So for all troop type, over here to all troop type attack 40%. Now the next one is who? Elizabeth. Okay, so let's talk about Elizabeth. Elizabeth, let's see her buffs. In-city range troop and siege machine defense and HP at the highest level is 60%. Okay, enemy ground troop and mounted troop attack some defense, debuffs right there. And then the last part, let's look at the last one. Instant range tube attack 40%. So you see how I got to balance mine? Now over here, this is also giving some good ones. So instant ground tube and mounted tube defense and HP 36% now. Okay. And currently having instant ground tube attack 10%. And I'm getting some siege, enemy tube range and siege, some debuffs right there. Okay. The next one, this lady right here, and it says instant tube attack 40%. Okay, maxed out. Enemy does some debuffs right here. Instant major tube defense 80%. Okay, so I'm balancing all the ones I've lost. And right here, it's giving me instant ground tube and mounted tube defense at HP 22 currently. Okay, at level 7, I'm going to get 36. And I'm going for that next. And what else? Giving me some HP debuffs right there. And right this here, I'm getting some buffs here as well. Instant siege machine and range 20% currently at level 835. And give me some debuffs as well. So why don't I balance with all these things here? Now that we have the Senate as well. Okay, the Council of State as well as this the ideal land, which when you upgrade you get in some good buffs right here. So I have 10% currently. I'm having 10% currently. Okay, so 10% for all troop type. Side that over here, right here. Okay, giving me some good buffs right here. Okay, so all these stuffs, that's the general hall. Okay, so all these stuffs plus one last thing, the spiritual beast seal. I have a video on the spiritual beast seal and you have to watch this. Look, this is giving me some really good buffs. Look, I have this at level above level 10 and I'm getting instant range tube attack 10% from here. And I'm getting what? Instant siege machine defense 10% from here as well. Now over here, let's see. I didn't do for this, but I did for this. I'm having 10% ground tube attack and another instant ground tube attack. So 20% over here. And I'm having what? Instant mounted tube HP 10% here. And I'm having instant range tube defense 10% here. The next one, let's go to the next one. I'm having instant ground tube defense 10%. Okay, and this one I didn't do for this, but I did for this, and I'm not yet there. Okay, not yet there yet. And this as well, giving me instant ground tube attack 10%. Okay, now the beast seals itself, giving some good buffs. So this is giving me range tube attack, this for attack, and this giving me instant siege HP, and I'm going for that. And this as well giving me instant ground tube defense, and I'm going for that. This is not giving me what I needed, so I didn't go for that. This is giving me some siege HP as well, and I'm going for that. Okay, I'm going for that. Let me even upgrade it. I'm going for that. And this is giving me matching range tube. Okay, and that is also cool. I'm going for that as well. This give me some defenses right here. Let me see, instant machine attack, and I went for that. Okay, and right here giving me some matching. Okay, this for matching. So right here giving me some instant CHP. Okay, and I'm going for that as well. And it's giving me some matching range tube, and I went for that very well, giving me some good buffs there. Okay, and this as well giving match instant ground tube attack here, and I'll be going for that as well. So these are what I use to balance my keep. And after balancing my keep, now you realize that I have full refines of what? Of T1 trap, and I also have good buffs on both the grounds, the siege, and the range. and I'm still trying to increase them. This is a keep 39 account, and I'm trying to get to keep 40, and I've saved more scrolls, and you can see the gold right up there. I've saved I've saved more scrolls. I've saved more scrolls, okay? And I'm just waiting to unlock my keep 40 and MA5, and I'm going to increase the research to get more good buffs. Okay, so now that I've built the basics, I can just upgrade and be upgrading by researching, and I'll be going more far and getting more stronger. So you build a defense according to how you understand it and how you want to build it. Now, one last thing, blazings, they matter very well. So this is for my grounds, this for my range, this for my siege. Look at my siege. Look how beautiful it looks like. That's my range here, that's my grounds here. So you realize some are higher than some because I chose the ones I needed the most and upgraded them the most. Okay, so you're gonna ask, why did some of them become lower, some of them become higher? Why are you using this? Why are you using that? Why are you using this? Blah 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 blah. I have a special video on blazings as well, so make sure you hit it. It's a new video, just 1 week ago. It's a new video, so it's advanced. So make sure you hit it, and then you look at that video as well. Just a week ago, just a week ago. Make sure you hit on it, and then you watch the video on blazings. So with all this combined, my buffs are getting higher, whilst I'm protecting mighty ones as well. Now let's go look at some of the proofs that I'm talking about here. So this was my last battlefield, and I had a lot of reports saved on that. Okay, so you can see. So let's start from here. So this was a solo. Oh shit, jeez. Okay, no big deal. This was a solo or a rally. Let's check. So this guy, so a brilliant player. Let me see his buffs. Okay, so I think he was just testing to see how good I was. Okay, let me see. Did he send with a general? Okay, so he sent a wrong match to me. 6 million, boom, and he just lost. Okay, so he just gave me some free points right there. So that doesn't count. Let's look at this. Okay, so what did he use against me? I was down to 5 billion. Okay, my original power is 5.9 billion. So I was down to 5 billion, and let's see what happened. This guy hit me with what? Let's see the general he hit me with first. That was a range general. Whoa, let's see the buffs. 2,500. This is definitely going to do anything to me. Now look at my stats right here. So I'm having 1,400 grounds, 1,800 on the defense. This was some time ago, a week ago. I think I have my latest report now. I'm gonna show that to you now. Okay, but let's look at this first. So 1,800 defense and then 1,500 HP. Definitely this archer is not gonna do anything to me. And I have archers 1,799. That is almost 1,800. So in the defense and HP, cool. And I have mounted to be the lowest. Why? Because all my mounted buffs are flat, so I don't have to worry about my mounted. I just have to ghost my upper layers and I'm good to go. So defense and art, you know your troop, or you know your keep, so you do what you have to do. I don't mind keep. I know I don't have good mounted buffs, so what do? I always ghost my mounted buffs, or I send them to reinforce someone when it's time for battlefield. You get it? So that way you can never get that much of points from me. Okay, so let's look at a siege. This is a siege is 2067. Okay, and the siege defense and HP is a bit low, which I'm trying to increase very um now, because my duty generals weren't that much upgraded, so I'm trying to do that. Okay, And the debuffs, I just debuffed him. His buffs were not that great, so the debuffs didn't show fully. Okay, so this was what he sent against me, archers. Let's see how best he did. So what did he do? He just killed my T13 calves. Let's see if he was able to penetrate. He could even finish killing my T12 calves, and he just died. Okay, so that was him right here. That was him right here with 2,500 buffs, which will do nothing against me. And he lost. Look, he lost badly. Now let's look at the next report. So that was this, right? So let's look at the next report. I was hit again by a different player. I think same alliance. Okay. So boom. What happened? What did he send? He also sent range. So the first tried with range and lost. He also sent range. What happened? What happened? Let's read the report. Boom. So his was 2,200. Oh shit. That is way lower than even the first one. I just debuffed him into half and everything he just hit was a splat. So let's see the defense. Let's see the battle history right here. What did he kill? He's definitely gonna get my T12 calves, definitely. And he got some of my T11 calves. And he didn't go further because he died right there. Okay, he died right there. So he had just, let me see, he had just 157 million of me and he lost 322 million of himself. Okay, so that is an advantage for me. That was more points for me. Now, let's go. But he saw my account to be like he can solo. So wait, let's watch the report again. I want to show you something over here. He saw my account like he could just solo me, right? But look at something here. Let's see which type of layers kill the most troops. Definitely mighty ones. So mighty ones were untouched and they killed 500,000 of his troops. Of his troops. What do you think this implicates? Mighty ones are well protected. They are well protected by my refines. So you understand how I play my game now? It is well protected by my refines. So no matter how he hit, he's going to splat on it, or the T1s are going to consume it at the latter part. Okay, now let's look at the next report. Let's look at the next report. Okay, so this was a rally on me. Damn. Oh no, this was on my friend. Sorry guys. Okay, so this was a rally on me. A rally on me only. Okay, let's look at this. I lost 953 million and they lost less than me. So this time they sieged me, okay, because they realized my siege buffs were low. My siege buffs were low. So they sieged me. Boom. And they killed 38 million of my troops. Let's look at the report. So they killed most of my range as well. Okay. Because I think my siege were left with, they were all dead from the rallies I joined. So they got most of my range as well. And it was a rally of how many people? Let's see. Of three people, three strong people. Look at the generals. 11.1 million. This is 10.5 million. And this is 10.5 million as well. Good generals against me. And yet still they couldn't zero me with that. So a siege, we don't talk with siege. Let's go with the next one. So this was the next one, right? Okay. And they hit again. After the siege, they hit again. Boom. And look, this time they lost. They lost badly because this is 176 plus 700. That is almost 900. And I lost 569. Okay. Let's see what happened. Let's see the buff first. Let's see the buff. 2,800. So that was a different person leading the rally. 2,879 buffs, okay, against my small little buffs. Let's see what happened. That was ranged. So range on me. Attackers, 3 again. Boom. What did they kill? What did they kill? They kill my mounted. Definitely going to kill my mounted. They kill most of my calves. They killed most of my calves right here. And when they got to T1s, what happened? When they got to T1s, what happened? Let's see. When they got to T1s, the T1s, 111 were killed, and they still lost on my T1s. They still lost on my T1s. Let's check the next report. Okay, so this was the one we just watched. So let's scroll up, and they rallied again. They rallied again, and they still lost. This was what? This was a siege on me again. Okay, and they lost again. And they hit again. Another heavy rally. 591, 709. Trying to zero me because I was down. But they forgot I still have T1s, and my T1s are being protected. Let's see what happened over here. I had just 6 million troops of reinforcement. Let's see what happened here. Let's see what happened here. So they hit. Boom, 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 boom. What did they hit with? Let's check. What did they hit with? They hit us with grounds. Oh, so they're trying to clear me off. And look at what happened. They just splattered on me. Let's see who killed the most. Definitely my T1s. Definitely. Okay, my T1s killed 1.7 million of their troops. Okay, so my T1s are active and everything is active. Everything is ongoing perfectly well. They kept on hitting me. So he tried a solo on me and he lost again. He tried a solo on me with siege and he lost again. They tried many things on me. Look at the last rally. This was just funny as hell. When I was down and they thought they could kill everything, they hit again. And look, I had no reinforcement. Still my petty small buffs. Even the buffs expired. So look. It just my buff just decreased over here. And look, they hit me with range again and they lost. So you can see, let's see what they killed the most. They killed the most T1s, I'm sure, and they definitely splattered on the T1s again. Let's see. They killed 130 million T1s, and the T1s killed 2.5 million of their troops. So I still have my T1s protected, and I have my troop layers on point, and I have my buffs also supporting me with my debuffs. So I do not care about the rally you said. If it's a big rally and I cannot stay on it, I just port. Because defense is an art. You know your defense. You know your defense better than anyone else. So what do? I port from the heavy rallies. If I need reinforcement, I will stay to take the rallies. If no, I port. If I can, I just sit into it and then receive the rallies. And I make sure I build my key the way I want it, the way I want to build it. And that is what helps me still survive in this game. So guys, this is freaking BLG Gamings, and I hope this had more and lots of information for you. Please, all the videos I mentioned earlier in my videos, they are all under they are all on my channel. Please make sure you hit the subscription button because these videos, they are great and they're going to help you defend in an art form. Thank you guys. Thank you for subscribing. I know you subscribed just now. I know you liking my videos. Thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe. I really need them. Freaking BLJ logging off. Thank you all. Bye.